Boo! Hello, and welcome to our Halloween special episode.
Seance with my siblings, 2025 Halloween
Halloween.
Listener Stories Edition.
Spectacular. Yeah.
Welcome. We have some listener stories for you today.
Yeah, first Hi, I'm Shandi.
Hi, I'm Craig.
And hi, I'm Kylee. And this is Seance with my siblings, Halloween 2025 edition. Welcome
to the Seance.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any haunted updates?
I actually
Yes.
don't. Ooh.
There was a entity in my bathroom creeping around the corner.
Why
So it's
always in the bathroom?
And why always creeping?
Yeah.
I could physically see its hands on the side of the wall because the bathroom
He was
goes
lurking.
forward and there's a mirror
Ew.
and then it goes to the side where you can't see and it's
It was a lurky
everything
boy.
else. Yeah, he was lurking real hard.
So he was gripping.
Yeah, gripping the side and kind of just watching me. And the hallway light was off and the front room and kitchen light were on. But the hallway light was off, my room door was locked, I was unlocking it, and I looked over to the bathroom, and there it was.
There's the lurker.
The lurker.
Gross.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it might be the same thing that was standing just in my doorway the other night.
I wonder if your
Maybe.
creepy roommate attracted a lurker.
Maybe, yeah, all
That
that
is-
energy.
Do you think you can clear it yourself, or do you want help?
I think I can probably clear it, but I haven't. It doesn't
I just haven't
feel.
yet.
It doesn't feel evil or anything.
Okay.
It was just watching.
Oh, he's a watcher.
I guess just wait and see
I'll,
what you want.
yeah, I'll wait and see what he does, and if I need to get him out, I'll
Because
get him the
sometimes
fuck
you're
out.
like, that's okay, you can hang out.
Just
I don't
lurking.
mind.
Yeah, sometimes
bell's
just because they
thin.
look scary
Doesn't
doesn't
mean
mean they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't feel scary.
But yeah.
He just looked scary.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a lot of what I go off of is
Oh,
how
yeah.
does it feel?
Oh yeah.
Woo, Craig.
I know.
Got a lurky boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, holy
Pervy,
shit.
lurky boy in the
Lurky
bathroom.
boy in the bathroom.
In the bathroom.
I
The
don't know
veil-
anything about those.
Literally. The veil's thin, they're just
Yeah.
wildin'.
They are
They
straight
are.
up wildin'. My father-in-law is straight up wildin'.
Yes, tell us about your
Yeah.
So,
story.
I don't remember, you guys. Do you remember, did I tell you about who was, leaning on my bed and booped me on my head?
You told
did
me.
I say that last time? Okay,
No,
so I
you
didn't.
haven't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Monday, I had someone in my room, and they wouldn't leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. It's 2:30 in the morning, and they're it feels like they've taken their fists, and they're leaning down on the bed, and my back, I'm facing that way. So it's kind of where my booble torso area, they're pressing down there.
Ugh.
And then I feel like a boop right there on my head. And then they kind of let up. And then I'm thinking in my head, go away. I am sleeping. I don't have time for you right now. I am not about to do this. And then they lean on the bed one more time. And I was just okay, go away. Come back in the morning. I don't have time for you right now. I'm tired. And so, yeah. And then I go, I get up, go about my day. Everything is normal. So, let's see, it had to have been Wednesday. So the power went out at just our house. But the power company had to physically come out and fix it.
Oh, damn.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the truck, and we were the only ones.
That is so
That's
wild.
weird.
It was weird. And so Peter got up. It's dark. He's doesn't have a flashlight or anything yet. And I have this porcelain figure. It's a lady holding a parasol, and she is a music box.
Ooh.
And I had forgotten she was a music box, but I got her from my mother-in-law's house, and my father-in-law was fucking around with that while I was cleaning out some of his stuff. there was like a
shit.
weird upstairs art studio space, but a lot of Grover's books were there. And so I was clearing that out when Sharon was moving, and he kept messing with that. So I took it home. I was like, well, mine now. Yay. So Peter heard that, but he didn't realize we even had a music box. So he's like freaking the fuck out in the dark. There's creepy ass, because this music is slow. It's kind of creepy. Like, I should play it. Anyway. So yeah, that happens. And so we're talking about it. I was not really home very much this week. So we're finally getting a second to talk about it. And Peter's like, oh my God, I forgot. Monday was my dad's birthday. And his dad passed away. Like, me and Peter have been together for 14 years. I think his dad passed away when Peter was like 19 or 20. And Peter's now like 41? Yes, 41. And so, yeah. So his dad's been passed for a long time, but it's only been within this last like 2-year period that he's been coming around. It's like I finally had a visitation with him in a dream sleep situation. So anyway, birthday week haunting.
Woo.
Yay! Hi,
That's actually
Grover.
really cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's my update.
I like it.
That
I
is
wish
way
I
cool.
had a cool update. Oh well.
Oh well. Just wait till tonight
Right,
you ask.
right.
I know. All of them will just be standing around my bed.
And you're like, oh, guys, that's fucking
That's not what I meant.
Can you at least do a trick?
Yeah.
Right.
Do a flip.
Do a flip.
They
Yes.
flip you off and stuff.
Like,
Well, shall we get into some listener stories?
Let's
Yes.
do it.
All right, I'm going to go first. This is a spooky one. Okay, this story was sent in by Ivy from Here Lies Ivy, who actually has a really cool Instagram that everyone should check out at Here Lies Ivy. Go follow her.
yes.
And then follow us.
Yes.
Yes.
If you're not already following us, go follow us and go follow her.
Yeah. Oh, and if you want to see our fun costumes, you can watch us on
Yeah.
the YouTubes.
Yes.
Woo, woo. Anyway, here we go. Hello. I find this story fitting for this podcast as it entails my sisters and I using a Ouija board. Woohoo! Woo! A seance with my siblings, if you will. Oh, we fucking will.
Absolutely, we will.
So here for it. My sister and I had a fascination with the paranormal in our childhood, and we were obsessed with shows like Ghost Hunters and A Haunting. Oh, I love A Haunting.
Yes.
Mood.
Well, all but one of us enjoyed it. Our older sister hated anything to do with ghosts and was very scared of them. Of course, that made us younger siblings love it even more. We used to
Yes.
sing the la la la. I don't know that tune.
Like la 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 la
la
la.
Okay. Here in scary movies just to mess with her. Aww. That's
That's so
sweet.
Our obsession grew after our mother shared stories from her own childhood about using a Ouija board in her haunted home and suffering the frightful consequences. Naturally, she forbade us from using them in our house, but rather than deter us, it just made Ouija boards all the more enticing. As it does.
Yep.
Yep. We have a Ouija board. Guess who never touches it? The kids. They don't care. They give no fucks. But if we didn't have one, and I was like, you can't do that.
Guess what they would do?
Yeah, right.
Immediately.
They're like, Mom said no. Let
Yeah.
us go and find the Ouija
I
board.
think that's what Xander and Chantel and what's her face from down the street did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I'd rather not have, this was like years and years ago. It's like, I don't want Ouija boards in my house.
They're like, let's.
Yep.
And then they did, and then they scared the shit out of Xander, and I had to clear the house. It was hilarious. I mean,
Poor
not for
Xan.
Xander. He was not having a good time. Anyway. Okay. So, we got our hands on a glow-in-the-dark Ouija board.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Probably from Toys R Us. I have one of those.
Hell yeah.
It doesn't
Yes.
work. It's broken. Anyway. And used it one evening while our parents, were out. Nothing happened, minus the planchette spelling out the word fart, which I suspect was secretly one of my sisters, or a ghost with the sense of humor of a 12-year-old boy.
Us as ghosts.
Yes.
Yes.
I would totally spell out fart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one will believe you.
Yes.
Yes.
Bill Murray.
They're never gonna believe you.
Who's gonna believe this? People don't believe us anyway.
I know.
Right.
Anyway.
I believe you believe.
Oh, I was sad that nothing happened. We even lit candles and did everything by the book.
Ooh.
But after having used the Ouija board, actually strange things did begin to take place. It started in the bedroom of my sister, Allie, whose room we primarily used the board in.
Ooh, shit.
She would wake up at night to the presence of a shadowy figure and ended up moving into a different room in the house. I wanted her old room and assumed she was making up ghost stories just to freak me out. As you would, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But the very first night I slept in that room, I too awoke to a strange figure during an episode of sleep paralysis.
Oh,
Ew, I hate that.
Gross.
It's worth noting I had never had sleep paralysis until the first night in that room. Ooh, that's
Ooh,
sus.
yikes.
Yeah. I was still a bit skeptical. Maybe I was more psyched out than I thought, and that was causing me to interpret normal things as being paranormal. We all worry about that. Alongside nightly hallucinations. Oh no.
Or nor.
But the activity quickly picked up and escalated. For example, there was one evening that my sister Laurel, whose room was right next to mine, heard long scratches on the wall and the drawers to my dresser opening and slamming.
Ooh.
That would be freaky.
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that's
She-
spooky.
Yes. Especially when you're little
Mm.
and you're not used to that kind of stuff happening.
Oh, yeah.
She wondered what I was doing and quickly walked in, only to find me unaware and fast asleep in bed. My door then shut on itself right in front of her,
Oh,
and she went back to bed. To this day, I am salty that she left me in there with whoever was doing that. Haha. I'm trying to think. I don't know what I would have done.
shit. Mhm.
I don't know. When I was young.
As a youngin', I probably would have,
Hid under the blankets.
yeah, just pull my blankets. Safety.
But if I was like the sister, like going to check,
Oh, I would have stayed.
Ooh, yeah.
I would have stayed.
I probably would have been like, oh shit.
Or come to my room with me.
Yeah, that's what I think. I would like wake them up and be like, "There's something dumb happening. Let's go." Not to like make you worried, because everything's fine.
Mhm. But you should maybe come with me.
Like you're gonna sleep in my bed tonight
Yeah, do you want to have a sleepover?
Sleepover.
for no reason.
No reason.
I just love you. Okay. We told our mom what was going on, or more accurately, why it was happening, because we broke her rule.
Oh, shit.
Mm-mm. I can't remember if she burned it or threw it away, but I knew the Ouija board was gone. I began refusing to sleep in my room as shadow figures plagued me. Ah, that's just rude.
Yeah.
No longer just during sleep paralysis, but I would see them at all hours of the day. My mom hated to see me so scared, so one evening she decided to sleep in my room with me to see what was up for herself.
Ooh.
That night, I awoke to her screaming in a way befitting a horror film.
Oh my gosh.
There was just enough moonlight coming in through the window that I could see that she was sitting up. And to this day, the look of fear in her wide eyes is embedded in my brain.
Ooh.
I then looked up and saw what elicited this reaction. My room was full of shadow figures.
Oh my gosh.
That's wild.
That's wild.
That might make me a little
Yeah.
afraid. I might be slightly upset.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
a little.
That would be a lot.
One shadow figure I can handle, but multiple?
Many?
Like, what the fuck is happening?
One regular human shadow figure, please.
Just one. I didn't order the 6-pack. Okay, multiple. 5 or 6. It was a small room, all pronounced with their signature intense black silhouettes. Other family members came running in and turned on the light, and of course the figures were gone. Before saying anything, I asked what she saw, and she responded, "I saw them."
Ooh. That just gave me
Ooh,
chills.
that's- yeah.
Some spiritual cleansing ensued. Good job.
As it should.
But the occasional odd event would still happen from time to time. Now I'm just like thinking, okay, what was the mirror situation in that room? I just got this prompt of like, what was the mirror situation, Ivy?
What were the mirrors doing?
Was
Were they
the
making a
Ouija board
portal?
laid in front of the mirror?
Oh, shit.
Or were there 2 mirrors facing each other in that room? Like, what was going on? What was giving them some extra oomph? Because
Yeah.
like one little Ouija board session There has to have been already something.
But also 3 teenage girls.
Yeah, or that too, yeah.
Okay.
Or preteen, teenage.
Okay. Lots of intention.
combination.
They wanted something to happen, so lots of intention was
Oh,
there. Okay. All right. Some spiritual cleansing ensued. Boo, boo, boo. We grew accustomed to these paranormal happenings, accepting it as a new strange quirk in the house.
Yes.
More shadow figures, old news. A doorknob twisted on its own, yawn. I mean, samesies. Footsteps on the carpet slowly approaching you? Come on, surely you can do better than that. I feel that.
Yeah.
Today the activity has slowed down greatly, but comes and goes in waves, yes. We also continue to embrace it. A key takeaway was that, as frightening as it all was, we were never truly harmed. Even the fearful shadow figures did nothing but stand there. And I have since learned that this trait has earned them an alternate name, the Watchers.
Ooh.
They
We've
do
talked
be
about
doing
dark
that,
watchers
yeah.
before.
Yes.
We talked about shadow figures before and what we
Yes.
think about them. Go listen to those episodes. I don't know what they are.
Do it.
After moving out, I would end up pursuing ghost hunting for a number of years in pursuit of answers. I am now working toward a degree in anthropology as I explore the rich history of humanity's belief in the paranormal. I just got chills. I mean,
Me
this is
too.
so cool.
That's rad.
In which ghostly beings vary from culture to culture throughout time. Needless to say, I am so glad we ignored our mother's no Ouija board rule, or I may not have been catapulted down this fascinating, peculiar path.
Ooh.
Thank you so much for taking the time to read this. What a great podcast, and I can't wait to hear what other stories are shared. If anyone relates to my encounters and is having a hard time dealing with it, feel free to find me on social media at Here Lies Ivy to chat. And I hope everyone has the happiest Halloween.
Ooh, yes.
Back at you, Ivy. Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you for your beautiful story.
Yes, it was so good.
It was so
So
good.
good.
So
So
good.
spooky.
It's always the worst when the parent is scared too.
Yeah. When
Like-
a parent can't keep their shit together, they're
Right,
like,
yeah, no,
so
that's just
now
like
we run
extra.
out and burn the house down.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah. I think they should, like you said, what was the mirror situation? Did they play the Ouija board between 2 mirrors?
I need to know.
I need to know.
Yes.
That reminds me, Ara this week told me she thinks the house her and Tai Tai rent in Jeju is got a spirit there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
She's like, I think we have, how'd she say it? She said it's so cute. She's so cute. She's like, I think we have a visitor, a spiritual visitor. I'm like, you have a ghost? So,
Yes.
That's awesome.
yeah.
Ara, tell us about your ghost.
Yes.
I know. That's all she said, and then we got interrupted.
Mm.
So, anyway,
Yay, that was a really good story.
That was
Thanks,
really
Ivy.
good.
Ivy.
Thank you.
go follow her.
Good follow her. Okay. Crag.
Okie dokie. Oh, are we not doing oldest tune?
Oh, I thought we
Oh.
decided.
Oh, just kidding.
Oh.
That's
Just
why I
kidding.
switched
That works.
stories with you.
Yes. Perfect. I have a story that was sent in by Josh. Hello, I saw your reel on Instagram and wanted to share my story with you all. In 2018, Britain was hit with a major heat wave, and it was if anyone here knows British houses, you will know they are built to withstand cold winters, not hot summers. Ooh, I can only imagine.
Are you telling me there's no fucking air conditioning?
That's the true
That's the
horror.
scariest
Just
thing.
kidding. Just kidding. And so the best thing to do was to simply go outside. Yes. For me, this meant going out to my motorbike at dusk and enjoying the local area. Fun. I had a specific route I like to take through the country lanes and around the farmers' fields in the quaint county of Hertfordshire. On the home stretch, I was riding a single-track lane and climbing a hill. As I reached the top of the top, a large black dog crossed my path.
Ooh.
A dog so black it was like pure shadow, and around the size of a wolf.
That's huge.
That's big. That's a big
real
boy.
big boy. It crossed my path, then sank into the floor and disappeared.
Ooh.
Nope. Now, a quick little bit about me. I work with rescue dogs, and I have done so for 15 years now. That's awesome.
Thank you for your
Yes.
service.
Thank you.
That's rad.
It's rad.
This was not a farmer's pet dog by any means. I immediately went back home and did some research, and this is what I found. In 1751, Thomas Kylee led a mob to punish an elderly couple, John and Ruth Osborne, who had been accused of witchcraft.
Osborne's up to their witchery.
Witchcraft.
Not
Bum, bum, bum.
witchcraft.
Witch!
No.
They dragged the couple to a nearby village to perform a trial by water.
Oh yeah, because it was
Great.
super fair too.
Dunking.
Yeah.
How dare
Can you
you?
imagine doing that to an elderly couple? Like,
Evil.
You fucking cunts.
Yeah.
Literally. God. Like, people are wild in .com.
Yo.
The Osbornes were tied up and dunked in the village pond. Ruth Osborne drowned while her husband barely survived and later testified in court against the ringleader Thomas Kylee. Period. Kylee was found guilty of murder and hanged.
I mean, don't murder.
Yeah,
don't
don't be
murder.
wild and Jesus. His body was gibbeted.
Huh?
Gibbeted.
Gibbeted.
Like a guillotine?
That's a fun word, gibbeted.
Gibbeted.
It's probably not so fun, but yeah, no.
The word's fun.
It's the word's fun. His body was gibbeted at a crossroads as a warning to others. From that day on, locals swore they could hear the sound of rattling chains and growling around the crossroads at night.
Ooh.
A massive black dog with flaming red eyes was said to appear, stalking travelers. Many believed this was Kylee's restless spirit, cursed for eternity. Maybe Ruth was a witch after all. And that is my story of the day. I saw a ghost dog called Kylee.
Sounds like maybe Hecate did not appreciate their offering at her crossroads.
Ooh, yeah.
She's like, you fuckers.
Because guess who's very associated with black dogs?
And crossroads in the middle spaces.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
That's
Thank
a really
you,
good story,
Josh.
though.
Very good. Thank you, Josh.
Very good.
I can't believe you saw
That's so cool.
whatever that dog is. A hellhound, a
hellhound,
grim.
grits,
something.
yeah.
Well, the fact that he's worked with so many dogs, he would know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
He's like, this is definitely not a golden doodle.
It's a big boy, and it
all
sank
like a
into the
giant
ground.
golden doodle.
Oh no.
It just wants to lick you to death
Oh.
and sit on your lap.
Cute.
Cute.
Oh, Ladybird.
That was a good story.
Anyway, that's
was
such a
good,
good
thank
story.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah. I like it.
Black and Picasso.
I mean, I'm glad it didn't happen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog didn't seem to
Yeah.
be malicious toward Josh. It's
No.
more like just,
He was
It
kind
just
of
showed up.
yeah.
Yeah. He's all boo. And then
This
he
is
sank
my
into the
turf.
ground.
Yeah.
Because we've heard stories of some sort of supernatural entity dog that they do have malicious intent toward the
Or they're
human.
like guardians.
Guardians,
They'll do
yeah.
anything to protect whatever they're protecting.
Exactly, and if
Oh, yeah.
you're somewhere you shouldn't be, they're gonna let
They'll
you
let
know.
you know.
Yeah, they will.
Yes. Thank you, Josh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Another good story. Okay. This is called A Few Weird Creatures by Mandy from Tennessee.
Mandy, I'm Shandi, and our names rhyme.
Yay! Okay. The first experience I will describe today is the strangest thing I have ever seen in my life. I still don't know what it was, but this is what happened. My daughter and I were on the way to my parents' house on a Sunday afternoon in early October. It was approximately 7 or 8 years ago, but I remember every detail. All my family lives within miles of each other in rural eastern Tennessee. So every Sunday my mom cooks a huge dinner and we all show up to eat and spend the evening together.
Oh, that's nice.
That is nice. Anyway, as I rounded a sharp curve in the road, I immediately had to swerve to my left to avoid hitting something. It wasn't exactly in the road, but was sitting on the very edge of the asphalt, with its back turned to the road and its legs stretched out in front of it on someone's driveway. So kind of like
Ew.
sitting with like its legs out.
Kind of like
And
a
it's-
cat when it's like stretched
Yeah.
out.
You get like an it.
Yes.
Ooh.
So wait for this this description. It never reacted to my car coming near, so I thought someone had placed a dummy there to scare people. Remember, it's October, almost
Oh,
Halloween.
yeah, okay.
I got a close look at it as I came to a near stop, and I saw it had a shiny-looking black coat. Judging from the way its legs were positioned, it may have been 3 feet tall when standing, but for some reason what sticks out to me the most was its hair. It was very long and very similar to its coat in color and the shiny, almost oily black appearance of it. Well, okay, someone put a stuffed dummy in the road. Just drive around it and go on. I was doing just that when it turned to look at us.
Gross.
Sarah was in the front passenger seat, so she was closer to it than I was, but we both clearly saw it. Its face was like a black, wrinkled, rotten apple.
Oh.
And that is pretty much all I can say about its face, because I vacated that area in a hurry.
Like, what even is that?
I don't know.
What kind of tomfoolery
Some sort of critter.
is happening there?
Yeah. When we arrived at my mom's and began to tell what we had seen, my cousin interrupted halfway through and finished describing it.
Oh, fuck.
She lives about a mile from where we saw it, and just the night before had seen something short and black cross through her yard, heading for the woods behind her house.
Are they by the Appalachian Mountains?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. So there's the Appalachians there, and yeah,
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
I don't know geography, but I do know.
They say Eastern Tennessee.
That
So-
still doesn't mean anything to me because
Me either.
I don't know. I went to school in Sanpete
Yeah.
County. I do not know geography.
I don't know my geography.
So let us know, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are
What
you
mountains
from
were
Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Really?
Okay, back to the scary story. We never saw it again, but heard of a few local people who had spotted something similar in the area.
It's like lurking around.
It's a lurky boy. I wish now I had stayed to observe it instead of driving away.
Well, I think you should have driven away.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
did the right thing.
Usually trust your instincts.
Yeah, if your instinct was to get the fuck out of there.
Get the fuck out of there. Yeah. So I hope I see it again someday.
Okay.
Andy, okay.
Good for her,
I
honestly.
mean, I want to see it too now.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yes.
Just not up close, really.
get some pictures for
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
Yes. Send them to us. Next story. My partner and I, together for over 12 years, live in a heavily wooded subdivision in our small town. He isn't a skeptic, but doesn't have as many experiences as I do. But he saw something one night on his way home from work. It was late, around 10 p.m., and he pulled into our driveway. He saw something rush across our yard, directly underneath our automatic floodlights, and then disappear into the darkness of our backyard. He, of course, went to investigate and found nothing. But he still swears he saw a monkey-like thing running on its hind legs.
Ew.
He was totally dumbfounded, but he knows what he saw and still refuses to talk about it. One last short story. My aunt and I were driving after dark along a straight stretch of road. We were just chatting away when something ran into the road in front of the car. The odd thing was that it didn't cross the road. It ran in front of the car in the middle of the road while we were driving, and let me tell you, it was fast. She flicked on the high beams, and I swear this thing looked like a Chihuahua dog, but bigger.
Shit.
It was a light tan color from what we could see, but its head was enormous, way out of proportion with its body, and it had long ears like a rabbit.
Ew.
It was right there and gone in a flash.
It's like a
Something.
something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, like, the only word that comes to mind is jackal, but that's not right.
Chupacabra.
Yeah, chupacabra.
Okay.
I don't
No.
know. All the way in Tennessee.
They do be.
They're actually
Cryptids can do what they want.
Yeah,
They
do
can
what they
do what
want.
they want.
They're like, I'm sick of the heat. Let's go to... Well, I guess Tennessee can get really hot, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. It just wanted to see the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no doubt we saw a weird animal in the road
Yeah.
that night.
It
I
just-
don't like that it was running like straight down the road towards them.
Yeah.
That's
Gross.
a no.
Huh.
It wasn't like crossing the street. It was going at them.
It was on a mission.
Maybe
on a
it was on a
mission.
mission and they just got in the path.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, oh.
Oops, car.
Oops, car. Probably.
It was smart enough to not get hit by the car. So that says something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Very spooky.
Very
That's a
spooky.
good one.
That is really spooky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of weird critters out in Tennessee, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weirdness is everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Ooh.
It's good stories.
It is a good stories.
Which one?
The last ones are specifically from Utah, and then the other ones are Halloween related.
Okay. Okay. Well, we'll start with Glowing Eyes on Halloween Night by Country Guy 91. Date 6/15/2016. Country, United States, Kentucky. This one isn't super long and may not be very scary to most, but it stuck with me for a long, long time. Here goes. It was Halloween night, I think, 2014. Once again in my hometown of Richmond, Kentucky. My cousin, his girlfriend, and myself had been riding around and went out to get some candy to hand out to trick-or-treaters when they came. You're not already prepared? You're going out on Halloween to buy your candy? Have you lost your mind?
Right.
God. Anyway, we decided to take a shortcut back to his place since we kind of got a late start because we lost track of time. It was around 6:45. I already have had like 50 trick-or-treaters by then.
Right.
Or 100 maybe even. Yeah, it's like almost 7 o'clock. All the little kids have been. And the sun was going down, which didn't help the fact that the road we took, Old Crutcher Pike, is dark, kind of creepy, and very crooked and narrow already.
Ooh.
Sounds like a great road
Yeah.
to choose in the dark. Okay. We turned down the road, turned on the headlights, and headed toward his house, which was about 2 miles away. It seemed to get darker the further down the road we got, probably because there weren't many houses or lights around. Logical.
That would do it.
Yeah. We decided to roll the window down. It was particularly warm for October, around 63 degrees. Kentucky weather is crazy like that. So now, with the windows down, I'm paying more attention as we pass what few houses there are. We come across a couple of mobile homes next to one another, one with a carport, and directly across the road was a small, dilapidated shack. Then I saw it. And by the look on my cousin's face and sudden hurry to get off that road, he did too.
Ooh.
Under the carport at the back of 2 cars as we drove by, we saw a man standing in black slacks with a white old-timey shirt and black vest and cane. Standing beside a woman with a white lace-lined dress and a bonnet. Just standing there staring at the shack with big glowing eyes that looked like reflectors.
Ooh.
That's spooky.
That's spooky.
That is spooky.
We got about 3 football fields away and pulled over. We both looked at each other and said, "Did you see what I saw?" We talked about it and both agreed we had. So we turned back around and drove back by in the opposite direction. I love that for you
shit.
guys. And we saw nothing when we passed the house.
Ooh.
We turned around, left the road, and went to his house and ended up eating way too much candy because the kids had already stopped for the night.
Yeah, because y'all were
Told you
too
so.
late.
I believe what we saw was real, and I know that he does too, but for anyone who has a logical... Get out of here with your fucking logic. We're telling ghost stories.
Yeah. This is a ghost podcast.
Yeah. Who has a logical approach, I can't say that it couldn't have been set up, but it was... But if it was fake, just to scare people, then moved or something, it was a very good one. So if these were just props...
They were good, bro.
But, like, it's not like they spent a ton of time... They went back pretty quickly. Why would you put out props and then take them
down?
It
Yeah,
just
that's
doesn't...
true.
As someone who has lots of props and shit set up for Halloween, it's like, no.
Yeah.
Within like minutes, you don't
Yeah.
just...
Yeah,
you don't
no. I'm like, oh, it's 8 p.m.
Gotta
We're
take
done
them
with
in.
trick-or-treating.
No more Halloween.
I'm taking down Halloween this evening, tonight. No.
No, people don't do that.
No,
I
so-
believe you.
I believe you.
I've heard other like reflective eye ghost stories.
Yeah, that
Yep.
part too.
Also worth mentioning, the land my cousin lived on and all around there was known for being on indigenous burial grounds and really old farmland. So that land has a lot of energy, it sounds like.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for reading. Any input appreciated and welcomed. All my stories don't have something to do with eyes. LOL, just this one and the first one I posted. Oh,
That's funny. They've made one before.
Yeah, they've both been eye related.
LOL. I like that story. That was
Yeah.
a good one.
Like people in their wedding clothes, it sounds like almost.
Ooh, almost. Yeah.
Wedding
like their
ghosts.
fancy clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because you didn't really just wear white to just bob around.
Really.
Yeah.
It depends on the era, but no.
Yeah.
Not in like the West.
Mhm.
Not
I think
if
like
you're...
gangster kind of someone because he had like a cane.
He said bonnet, though.
Yeah.
Mm.
Craig, some people use canes to walk.
No.
Peter probably needs one. Sorry, Pete.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
Yeah.
But bonnet doesn't fit the
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
the era. And pants and a vest could.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's mostly what. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they're two separate eras.
Mm.
Ghosts.
They sing together. We
Yeah.
weren't there.
We weren't
Maybe.
there. Maybe.
I don't
know.
He said old timey. How old timey?
Yeah.
How old timey was the timey?
Mm.
Timey-wimey. Okay. Next
Okey-dokey.
story.
All right. This is The Bingham Light on Halloween Night
Ooh.
Ooh.
by DJ. Date 11/21/21 in South Carolina.
Hi, South
That's probably not
Carolina.
a correct accent. No, we just.
We're awful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't posted on this site in a long time, mainly because I haven't had any recent experiences aside from maybe one earlier this year or last year, I think. However, that changed just this past Halloween. Ooh, ghosties, ghosty ghosts. So I just wanted to give an update on another experience with the Bingham Light. They had a previous story for back information. I went out to the community of Bingham to attempt to see the light this past Halloween. It was obviously the perfect time to go, yes, as you should. I was expecting to see a crowd of people out there given the occasion. But to my surprise, I only saw one or two other cars, and they were only driving through the location and then left. Wildin'. By the time I had gotten down the mile-long dirt road, S. Butler Road, I was the only one out there. Nothing spectacular happened that night. I just got out of the car and did the usual call. Bingham Light, come out. Oof.
Jeez.
Bingham Light.
Come
out.
Stop hiding, girl. As always, it was pretty creepy out there, but I had been out there so many times that I became quite accustomed to it by now. I think the scariest part about being there was the darkness itself. Along with the remoteness, yeah, that's the scary
Because
factor
they're
too.
alone.
Yeah. All by myself.
The light, oh gosh. The light in and of itself is nothing scary. It's just knowing what it is that gets to you. The crops in the field were grown up to maybe a foot, and I noticed there were 2 cotton trucks parked on opposite sides of the field. I stood out there maybe 20-something minutes, estimated, mood, calling the light and looking around me at all times. I asked it to reveal itself in a way that wouldn't scare me. It wasn't much longer before then that I had noticed right dead in the middle of the field, I saw a faint flash, low to the ground. Gross. It took a second for my eyes to really adjust to what I was looking at. But given my previous experiences, I quickly realized that that was the light. It was moving towards me at a fairly quick pace. Gross. In its usual side-to-side motion. It's like, hate it. Within seconds, it was only a few yards away from me. I quickly ran to my car and tore out of there. Yeah, no lights coming at you,
asked
zigzagging.
For it to come and then
And
like
then you
bye.
run away.
They asked for it to come not scarily, though.
Well, it's just a light.
It's zigzagging. I don't know.
I'd
Zigzagging.
have to be there to see how I felt
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like jerky, zigzaggy, like, yeah.
But if you like called it out, wouldn't you be sitting there like with your phone
Right,
recording?
you're like, come here.
Here, bud.
Yeah.
The thing about this light is that it's so faint that you really don't realize what you're seeing until it's nearly right up on you. That's the scary
Ooh,
part
that
about
sounds
it.
fun.
Yeah. A lot of people, and I do mean a lot, have exaggerated the appearance of the light over the years, but on a handful of occasions I've seen the light, it showed itself as a soft, faint, bluish illumination. Okay.
Ooh.
Like bluish glow. It kind of reminds me of like a whisk.
A wisp.
Will-o-wisp. Yeah. Or, yeah, will-o-wisp.
Will-o'-the-wisp.
Will-o'-the-wisp, yes. Never... Or... Sorry.
You're okay.
Itself as a soft, faint bluish illumination that flashed side to side. Never anything like hard and bright light, like car lights or a flame. It's not even as bright as a firefly illumination. Okay. And there are tons of those out there in the warm months. So that alone was unknowingly confusing many, I'm sure. But I digress. At this point, anyway, I left S. Butler Road and took a left onto Highway 34 to drive around a mile or so to Reed Springs CT, which is another dirt road. The whole area is connected, so Reedy Springs CT runs parallel to S. Butler Road. Imagine something along the lines of big rectangle, and you sort of get the picture.
Okay.
Yes. I got down Reedy Springs CT, or what does that stand for?
Does that
CT?
stand for circle?
County, or it's like a road. I don't know.
It's
I'll just
a
call
road.
it CT.
It's Reedy. It's
Yeah.
Reedy Springs.
Reedy Springs. Turned my car around and parked at the point where the two dirt roads intersect. Bum, bum, bum. At first I got out of the car and made the call, but it began to dawn on me just how creepy the area was. Yeah. I thought the area around the crop field on S. Butler Road was creepy, but Reedy Springs is just outright dreadful on a dark night. I couldn't stand out there any longer. I quickly got back in my car and rolled the passenger window down and made the call to the light. Ooh. I made sure to look around me at all times, as that particular area is where the light is known to come up, and it'll close in fast. Though it never happened to me yet, after several minutes, I didn't see anything, and I wasn't about to wait around much longer either. I was getting creeped out by the minute, so I had to go. Yes. Although not much happened that night, I can say that I did finally get to see the light again after so long. After all, considering I had over 50-something visits, damn. I've only seen the light maybe 5 to 6 times in the span of 10 years. I'm glad to know that the ghost light of Brigham still exists.
So I just Googled the Bingham Light, and it's a legendary ghost story from rural South Carolina where a mysterious flickering light is seen where a railroad track once was. According to folklore, it's the lantern of a ghost named John Bingham who was killed by a train while trying to warn it of the broken tracks. A more logical explanation is that it's swamp gas, says Google.
It's always swamp gas.
Swamp gas.
Or swamp ass.
Swamp gas.
Ooh.
Swamp gas.
I like that story too.
Yeah.
That was good.
I would go call it.
Yeah. Just see what happens.
Yeah. For shits and gigs.
For shits and gigs.
Coops and ha-has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, this story is called He Lost His Head.
Oh no.
By Dar77. From Missouri.
Misery.
The year was 1999.
Nice.
I was,
I was
I
born in
was-
1999.
I was graduating from high school a year early in 2000, so I was like a junior, I guess.
Nice. My ex-husband and I were living in Missouri. My boys were just babies then, 3 and 1. We had found a charming old farmhouse in the country, and rent was very affordable. It was a 2-bedroom home that was situated at the top of a hill, and you had to drive up a long gravel drive just to get to it. On the property were several old farm buildings. One could tell that in its day, it was top of the line. I assumed by the metal awnings over the windows that it was a thriving farm in the 40s or 50s. But we all fell in love with it and settled right in. We didn't live there long. If I had to guess, probably no more than 5 or 6 months. In the beginning, nothing seemed out of place, and we were quite happy there. Although at night, I would go and sit in the screened-in sun porch that overlooked the old buildings and always felt like I was being watched.
Ooh.
You could always hear noises coming from the property at night, but that's to be expected. Needless to say, I would make my smoking trips limited.
Smart.
We had moved in around May or June, and Halloween was now just around the corner, so they'd been there a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
My ex-husband and I were out in the yard with the kids and looking at the old original well that had been sealed shut and wondered why they quit using it. The owners had dug a new well and put a well house around it. I don't remember why we ended up standing in the well house, but there we were looking down into the well. I made a comment on how creepy it was and wondered how deep it went. As we're looking down into this black hole, my ex-husband says, "Wait a minute. I think I see something."
Oh, shit.
With that, he climbs in just a little.
No!
And then after a few minutes, he comes back out with something wooden. He hands it to me, and I look it over. Because it was near Halloween, I assumed that one of the previous occupants had made a Halloween decoration. I decided it would be perfect out in the front yard, and I leaned it up against the fence, not giving another thought. This is when it began. I had noticed our oldest boy, who was 3 at the time, started to detach from his brother. I would find him in different parts of the house playing by himself and talking to someone. I kind of wondered why he had quit playing with his brother, but didn't think too much about it. This went on for a little over a week's time. One afternoon, it was lunchtime, and I had called him into the kitchen to eat. He came in, engaged in full conversation with no one.
Ooh.
Oh, there was someone
There was somebody there. I asked him who he was talking to, and no, mind you, he's 3. His vocabulary was limited. He answers, "My friend." I say, "Oh, that's nice, buddy. Is your friend nice?" And he replies with a nod. More curious, I ask, "What does he look like?" He then shrugs his shoulders and says he has no head.
Oh, good.
I will admit that I was caught off guard by this. Following this conversation, I wouldn't allow him to play alone anymore, and he had quit talking to this imaginary friend during the day and once again would play with his brother. It went on like that for the next 2 or 3 days, and I thought that perhaps whatever was going on had passed. That is until I woke up in the middle of the night to him, the 3-year-old, crying and shaking me. I assumed he had a bad dream, and I carried him back to bed. When I would put him back in bed, he would sit up and tell me he didn't want me to leave.
Aww.
I would sing to him some songs and reassure him that it was only a dream. He would eventually lay back down and go to sleep. This had become a nightly ritual for about a week. During the week, in the day, I decided to play a game of hide and seek with my boys, as we did all the time. I stood in the hallway, counted to 10. In this hallway, there was an odd cupboard that was the length of the hallway, but only about 3 feet in height. So it goes like all the way along the hallway. As I was counting to 10, I hear this cupboard door open. And I naturally think that one of my boys has chosen to hide there. So after reaching 10, I call out, "Ready or not, here I come," and start heading towards this cupboard, which I noticed one of the doors was cracked open. Completely convinced that my kids were hiding in there, I tiptoe to it, swing open the door with a boo. To my surprise, they were not there. I found it a bit odd, but that was all. When I found the boys, they had been hiding in the back of the house in the laundry room.
I think I'd be like so confused.
I would
Right.
also be so confused. I'd be like, That night, I awoke to my oldest boy screaming in his room. I rushed down the hall and into his room to find him sitting up in his bed shaking and crying. He seemed very upset. I asked him if he'd had a bad dream and he tells me no. I then ask him why he's crying. He then points to a set of cupboards in his room. These cupboards went all the way up the wall, but near the bottom there was one oddly sized cupboard. It was pretty small, maybe big enough to fit a couple shoe boxes. The door was open and he pointed at it. So I walk over and I shut it. He still just sits there staring at it and crying. I asked him what was wrong with the cupboard. He tells me that's where his friend stays. I tell him that would be impossible since the cupboard was so small. He tells me his friend won't leave him alone. I ask him what his friend wants. What he says next sent chills down my spine. He tells me that his friend was searching for something. I asked him what his friend was searching for. He tells me his head. This was pretty unsettling for me to think that my son was being troubled by such a thing at such a young age. I decided to become kind of aggressive with this friend and asked my son what his friend's name was. He said George. So out loud, in a confrontational voice, I said, Okay, George, I know you want to find your head, but my son is only 3 and needs to sleep. He cannot help you find it, and you need to leave him alone, or you will have to deal with me. My son kind of laughed. I guess he thought it was funny watching his mom yelling like that. I tucked him in and told him that if George tried to bother him again, to tell him to leave him alone, which proved to be ineffective.
Ooh.
The nights to follow, I would wake up to my son screaming in his room, only this time when I would enter his room, he had hid under his bed.
Oh.
He would not open his eyes until I picked him up and turned on the light. He claimed that George would not let him sleep and was mad.
Ew.
In order for all of us to get some sleep, I decided that moving the boys into my room was best. That seemed to work for the rest of the time that we lived there. On one of the last days we were there, we were out in the yard, and the boys were playing as we had done so many times. I had forgotten about the wooden gravestone my husband and I had pulled from the well previously. But here I was sitting on the porch, and something urged me to really look at this piece of wood. I could see that there was writing on it that was faded, and I hadn't noticed it when I had found it. But I hadn't really read the writing before, just kind of glanced at it and put it in the yard for your Halloween decor. Like I said, it was just sitting there staring at it with the most overwhelming urge to read the writing, so that's what I did. As I began reading, I felt my heart sink. The name carved into the wood was George.
Ooh.
Along with the last name, a birth and death date, and at the very bottom, there was a passage that was mostly worn away, making it impossible to read. However, the last few words remained intact, and it read, "He cannot rest until he finds his head." I had my ex-husband put that thing back where he found it as quickly as he could. We packed up our things, loaded it into the trailer, and left the place as quickly as possible. Eventually, my oldest boy quit having night terrors, and things returned to normal. I had hoped that it was never brought up and he would forget, seeing as he was only 3 when it happened. But years later, when he was about 13 or so, he brought it up and had some questions.
I bet he sure did.
I was stunned that he could remember that. About a year ago, I wanted to see if anyone was living there, so I looked it up on Google, and it's no longer there. I wonder if George ever found his head.
Ooh, that's a wild story.
George is kind of a dick.
George is kind of a dick. Like, don't bother a toddler.
Yeah.
Right.
If you need some help, go to someone who can actually help you. I think George might just be...
Something
Yep.
else.
Yep. Because
Maybe.
why else would you...
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't scare kids like
No,
that.
unless
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
some sort of entity that doesn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Or is just a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. Huh.
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
That is an
That
interesting
was
one.
interesting.
And the fact that the house has been, like, torn down.
Yeah.
I want to know that last name.
Me too.
And I want to look it up.
Same.
I want to do some research.
Same.
Do we have time for one more, or should we save these?
How long is yours? Just like a page and a quarter?
How long is Craig's?
It is 4 pages on docs,
Oh.
so it's probably a little bit longer.
Maybe we'll save,
We'll save
these
these
ones for next time.
We'll save these
Yeah.
ones for next time.
It's like 4 pages. I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
We're at like an hour almost, too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Well, it was super fun to share these stories with you
It
guys.
was.
And
Thank you for sending them in.
Yes.
It was super fun to actually get some scary
Oh, yeah.
stories from
Yes.
our lovely listeners. And
Yes.
thank you so much for
Thank you,
listening
thank
to us
you.
yap, everyone.
Yeah. Happy Halloween.
Yeah. We hope you have a great Halloween, a great Samhain, however, whatever you're doing.
Yes.
Be safe out there.
Mhm.
Make good choices.
Mm-hmm.
Have a designated driver
Mhm.
or an Uber.
Yes. Be
And
safe.
yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Happy Halloween.
Ooh.
Bye.
We have some socials though.
Oh, fuck, we do have socials.
Like we mentioned before, you can watch us on YouTube. Seance
Yes.
with my siblings.
You can send your ghost stories to seancewithmysiblings.com and follow us on everything
Yeah.
at Seance with My Siblings.
We also have a Gmail.
Yes.
seancewithmysiblings@gmail.com.
And that's
Yes.
where you send your ghost stories.
Yes. Or alien encounters or,
Or
cryptid
cryptids,
stories.
yes.
Or
Send
just suggestions for
Yeah.
future topics.
Yeah, if you're like,
Ghost
I really
pigs.
want to hear more about the Bingham Light,
Let's do that.
let's do that.
Yeah.
Or if you're like, never talk about this again,
And we'll be like,
okay,
Let's talk
We'll
about
think
why
about it.
you don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now
Anyway,
bye.
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 Happy Halloween.
Happy
Wave at the
Halloween.
microphone.
Wave at the microphone.